Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 5:30, and I will call this regular meeting of the Burnsville City Council to order. It is our tradition to stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and we invite you to join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight's meeting is being conducted both in person and online. Members of the public may attend in person, or the public may also watch this meeting online at burnsvillemn.gov/meetings, or view us on Comcast channel 16 or 859. The public can also join us on Zoom by going to zoom.us/join. More information is available on our meetings webpage and in the council agenda packet. The first item on our agenda is announcements and proclamations. So the announcements have to do with all of our upcoming meetings. Our scheduled regular council meetings are Tuesday, October 22nd at 5:30 p.m. and Monday, November 4th at 5:30 p.m. And the reason why we have the meeting in November on Monday is because we are not allowed to hold meetings during elections. And November 5th is election day. Our work session is scheduled for Tuesday, October 15th at 5:30 p.m. And our quarterly roundtable is Tuesday, October 29th at 5:30 p.m. And that meeting is going to be at Fire Station 1. All other meetings of the Burnsville City Council are held here in the council chambers. So now we go to our proclamations. And we have 3 proclamations this evening. And I'm going to do it from that side. So we have 3 members of the council and members of the Burnsville community. We have 3 proclamations, and the first one I will do is for Manufacturing Week. So Manufacturing Month is October 2024. Whereas manufacturing is a dynamic and robust industry crucial to the health and strength of Minnesota's diverse economy, and whereas workers took home $25.7 billion in wages from Minnesota manufacturing jobs in 2023. Whereas workers took home $384.4 million in wages from Burnsville manufacturing jobs in 2023. And whereas manufacturing jobs in Burnsville account for approximately 25.4% of Dakota County's total manufacturing employment. And whereas manufacturing provides more than 325,000 highly skilled, well-paying jobs, which significantly contribute to Minnesota's high standard of living and economic vitality. Whereas manufacturing has provided Burnsville with 5,016 jobs in 2023, which makes it Burnsville's 3rd largest employing industry sector. Now, therefore, I, Elizabeth Couts, Mayor of the City of Burnsville, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim October 2024 to be Manufacturing Month. Proclaim this 8th day of October 2024. And Jennifer Hammoning from the Burnsville Chamber is going to accept. And President Hammoning, thank you for being here to accept, but we're going to also take a big picture with the council, okay. But we'll do it so you get your, and then I'm going to ask you to step aside, and then I do the other, and then we'll do big picture. And so the next one is for Fire Prevention Week, whereas the city of Burnsville is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living and visiting Burnsville. And fire is a serious public safety concern, both locally and nationally, and homes are the location where people are at great risk from fire. Whereas home fires killed more than 2,700 people in the United States in 2022, according to the National Fire Protection Association. And fire departments in the United States responded to 360,000 home fires. And roughly 3 out of 5 fire deaths happen in homes with either no smoke alarms or with no working smoke alarms. Whereas working smoke alarms cut the risk of dying in reported home fires almost in half, and whereas Burnsville residents should install smoke alarms in every sleeping room, outside each separate sleeping area, and on every level of the home. And whereas Burnsville residents will make sure their smoke alarms meet the needs of all their family members, including those with sensory or physical disability. And whereas Burnsville Fire Department is dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education. And whereas the 2024 Fire Prevention Week theme, Smoke Alarms, Make Them Work for You, strive to educate everyone about the importance of having smoke alarms in their homes. Now, therefore, I, Elizabeth Couts, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim the week of October 6th through the 12th, 2024 to be Fire Prevention Week. Proclaim this 8th day of October 2024. And I don't see anyone from our fire department here. So we'll go on to the next proclamation. And the next proclamation is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And if everyone could see that we are all in our breast cancer awareness in support of our police department and their efforts for breast cancer awareness. Whereas National Breast Cancer Awareness Month was established to increase awareness about the disease and the importance of screening and early detection. Whereas 1 in 8 U.S. women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer at some point during her lifetime, and the American Cancer Society estimates that 310,720 women and 2,800 men will be diagnosed this year with invasive breast cancer. And whereas mammography can detect breast cancer up to 2 years before physical symptoms can be seen or felt, and the city of Burnsville is committed to raising awareness about breast cancer and the impact it has on our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and community members, and proclaiming our commitment to prevention, detection, and treatment of breast cancer. And whereas the police department and other Dakota County agencies are wearing and selling special pink patches during October to raise awareness for breast cancer and all cancers, and residents can purchase the Burnsville Pink Patch online via Venmo at Burnsville PD Pink Patch, or in the police lobby during business hours to help raise funds for cancer research. Now, therefore, I, Elizabeth B. Couts, Mayor of the City of Burnsville, on behalf of the City Council, and in honor of all that have fought against breast cancer, do here proclaim October 2024 to be National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Burnsville, and encourage all women to become aware that they are at risk and to check with their doctors to see whether they should get a mammogram. Proclaim this 8th day of October 2024. And Sergeant Sims is going to come and accept the proclamation. Sergeant Sims, do you? Sure.
We would just like to thank the community for the continued support on the Pink Patch project. It's very important for us. As the mayor already mentioned, 1 in 8 women in their lifetime are diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm sure everyone in this room knows at least one person that's been diagnosed with some sort of cancer. And so we just found it very important to continue with selling the patches as a way to raise funds for the police department to donate money to the American Cancer Society. This year we're really honored. We have our new patch, it's right here. It has the new Minnesota flag on it. So this is the new patch that's available at the police department or here in the lobby here at the city hall. It's $10. We are no longer selling the old patch that's on my shirt here. We also have a retro patch that we sold in the past, and then we have a small patch and then some magnets and stickers as well that are available for purchase. So we'd like to thank you for the continued support. And then my colleague here, Jerry, is bringing up a bear that someone graciously donated to the police department. They made. And so we're gonna sell raffle tickets as well throughout the month to raise funds to donate this. So we will, the raffle tickets are $2 a piece, or you can buy 3 for $5 at the police department. And then at the end of the month, we will call the winner and they will receive this bear.
Okay. What we'll do now is have a picture with, and if all the police who are present would come forward for that photo, and then afterwards we'll have Jennifer come and take a photo. So.
Greg? Black is very slim.
Can you see council member?
Let's get him over here.
Get your stool. There we go.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Harmon? Okay, thank you. The next item on our agenda is citizens' comments. This is the opportunity for anyone in the audience to speak to the council on an item that is not on the printed agenda and not an application form that will be coming before us at a future date. Is there anyone who wishes to address the council? Seeing no one? Mrs. Henderson, is there anyone?
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you. We will move on. The next item is additions to the final agenda, and this is for emergency items only. City Manager Lindberg, are there any emergency items to come before the body?
Nothing from staff, Mayor.
Thank you. Members of the council? Thank you. We will move on. The next item is the consent agenda, and the consent agenda is a group of items that's considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion. However, an item on the consent agenda can be removed for a separate discussion and vote. Is there anyone who wishes an item to be removed for a special discussion and vote? Anyone online?
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay. City Manager Lindberg?
Nothing from staff, Mayor.
Members of the council?
Actually, 4D.
4E?
D.
D. Okay, 4D.
Rather than a discussion or,
Yeah, let me take the vote for the balance. Okay, I'd like to,
Second.
yeah, there's a motion and a second and a balance. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay, and a motion carries. 4D is a resolution accepting donations in recognition of Burnsville's fallen heroes and public safety personnel. Councilmember Schultz?
yes, so I wanted this item removed simply to highlight this one. So this donation came at a very timely and delicate time for our first responders, and I just wanted to highlight it because in the proclamation, and it highlights exactly what they were able to do, and it's the Police and Fire Foundation. They contributed $3,000 for a down payment on the plane tickets so that our police staff and could go to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. this coming spring. That I think is a very important thing for them to be able to be there, and this donation is very much appreciated. So I simply wanted to highlight this as a thank you on that, on behalf of the city and our officers.
Would you like to make a motion, please?
I move to adopt.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay, and a motion carries. Thank you very much. The next item is an item on the regular agenda, and the first item on the regular agenda is a public hearing, and this is a resolution to adopt the neighborhood services assessment. And presenting is our Deputy City Manager and Community Development Director, Jeff Thompson. Mr. Thompson, the floor is yours.
Excuse me. Thank you, Mayor and Council. So twice a year, we have a policy in place, a adopted policy about the neighborhood services special assessment process, and we twice a year have the council authorize the assessment of unpaid fees associated with property maintenance complaints to our assessment rolls. Excuse me. Our neighborhood services team has been working on these cases for a long time, and certainly there's been robust communication with the property owners before we ever get to any sort of enforcement action. But just to give you kind of where we're at, the council adopted the resolution calling for this public hearing tonight. Since that action, we have communicated kind of the final notice of that unpaid fee and fine to owners on September 20th, available to resolve the issues or to call us to resolve the matter. And then we did hold an open house on September 25th for people if they wanted to attend to answer their questions and again resolve the cases that are before the council tonight. Ultimately, tonight is the public hearing, so if there's anyone that is disputing the assessment, they are able to come tonight to speak to the council on that matter. There's a very small number of assessments on this proposed assessment roll. The total balance is just over $1,300, and the time period on the assessment is the first half of 2024, so from January 1st through June 30th. Those are the unpaid property maintenance fines and charges in the council resolution. So with that, we recommend that the council hold the public hearing, and then upon closing the public hearing, adopting the resolution approving the assessments for the first half of 2024 assessments. Mayor and council, with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Well, Councilmember Schultz?
And so in reading this, am I correct that no one has written in to object, correct?
Mayor and council, that's correct. We have not received any written objections to the notices that we have provided to the owners of the properties on the assessment roll.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Thompson, I can tell you from the years past to now, thank you to you and your staff. I mean, we're down to only 1,365
Smallest one ever possible.
ever since we started this. And so, great work. Thank you so much. And my guess is that you probably will have some more reconciliations tonight even, and that number will go down even more. So thank you to you and your staff. Please extend our appreciation.
I will do that to the team.
Thank you. This is a public hearing, and I will now open the public hearing. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to this item? Anyone? Mrs. Henderson, anyone online?
No, there is not.
Thank you. Members of the council, I will now close the public hearing, and your pleasure.
Move to approve?
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay, and the motion carries. Thank you very much. The next item is also a public hearing, and this is to approve on-sale wine and on-sale 3.2 malt liquor license for Iton LLC, doing business as Iton Ramen Japanese street food at 1000 County Road 42 East. And this is the former El Camino Gourmet Tacos site. Mrs. Henderson is presenting. Mrs. Henderson.
Great, thank you. Good evening, everybody. So this is for an on-sale wine and on-sale 3-2 malt liquor license. It was applied for by Eton Ramen Japanese Street Food. They currently are an existing restaurant. With the combination of an on-sale wine and a 3-2 beer license, they are allowed to serve strong beer. The Burnsville Police Department had conducted their background check and nothing was found to deny the application. Licensing is contingent upon the payment of the associated fee, and also city code does require a public hearing for any new liquor licenses.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Mrs. Henderson, Deputy City Clerk Mrs. Henderson? Okay, I will now open the public hearing. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to this item? Anyone? Mrs. Henderson, anyone on?
No, there is not.
Okay, very good. I will now close the public hearing. And members of the council, your pleasure.
Move to approve?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay, and the motion carries. And that's all we have on the docket this evening. And a motion to adjourn is in order.
Move to adjourn. Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay, and the motion carries. Good evening, and thank you for being with us.